Guess who has another POV scenario for you? Me. So picture the detective as an undercover dancer at a nightclub, and she's wearing one of those veils that cover like half her face. And she's there to infiltrate a meeting that's being hosted by her target. But on her way towards her target, someone grabs her arm. She turns around and it's this big buff guy that looks like a bodyguard, which he is, and a hell of a good one. He tells her that his client is requesting her to dance for him. And she's like, no thanks, I already have a client. But he cuts her off and pulls her in the direction of his client. And guess who's manspreading on a lounge chair, drinking from his glass cup? And if you don't know what manspreading is, it's when like the guy sits with his like legs spread apart. Sorry. The villain, who's also the bodyguard's client and the one that requested her to dance for him. And she's fully aware of who he is, and she thinks that he doesn't know who she is because she's wearing a veil that covers half her face. And he pats his lap and tells her to come here. And she's like, oh heck no. She dances around him instead, but he grabs her wrist and pulls her towards him, making her fall on his lap. And their faces are inches away from each other. At this point, he's so close that she's like, shit, he must have recognized me, and tries to pull away. But gunshots start raiding the club and the villain goes to cover her. She manages to look up and she realizes that her target has been assassinated. And she would have gotten killed if she hadn't been taken to entertain the villain. And guess what? The villain knew all along who she was. And he knew her target was going to get assassinated, and he purposely called her over to protect her.